Hey Julio, how you doing? Good, good. Came across one of your listings that my partner sent to me. It's on Woodland. You still there?
I'm sorry,
Julio, you can hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I was telling you that one of my partners sent me one of your listings today, and I was kind of wanting to get some information about it.
Oh, that's what.
It's Woodland. Oh, yeah, kind of. What's going on with that one?
It's been on the market for a little while. We did a price adjustment. But I mean, as of, I would say, there's been a lot of traction on it in the last 3-4 weeks. Gotten a few offers on it. He's still accepting offers depending on where they stand or where they're laying. Yeah, I mean, it's have you visited the property yet?
No, I'm out of state, but my partner's in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? I mean, what kind of questions are you?
Well, because I was looking at it, and like you said, it's been on the market for a little while, and the price seems kind of good. It's a little bit high, but I guess I didn't know what was going on with it. Maybe there was something that I'm missing, maybe like a roof issue or some type of foundation issue that's not in the pictures.
I mean, it's being sold as is. It's just an older home. Built in 1953, if I'm not mistaken. It was passed down. The owner was using it as an investment. He had tenants in there for a little while. So once the tenants moved, he had to do some painting and things of that nature. Again, like I said, originally it was priced a little too high. He was expecting a lot more just because of the comps in the neighborhood. And, we did a price adjustment. And that has helped. But he's telling me as is, and he's looking for a certain price.
Okay, yeah,
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, because like I said, there are some good comps in the area, especially up the block. There's a great one, it's like 315. So that's what I was thinking about for this one. But those have great finishes on them. It's almost like all new hardwood. Like obviously, new paint is not hard to do, but new kitchen and bathroom and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, that's a little bit. That's why I was saying the price is still kind of high to me. The one, what is it? The 215. So I said I'm looking at like 178. That's what I can do. Something closer to 178.
I mean, like I said, some of the contracts that we had offers we've gotten have been over 200. So 170 is like kind of lowballing him at the moment. He's got like 6 offers basically far.
How come he hasn't closed on them?
I mean, some of them asking for too much closing. Actually.
Too much? Like what?
I'm sorry. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Donivan.
Donivan.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest with you, I did double check. I do got a 215. This to be honest with you, I got a 215, 0 closing costs, closing on the 19th. I'm sorry, closing on the 19th of February. That we're like working on right now. That's the hunch.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, I definitely can't do 215 because it needs, even though it's small, it still needs a lot of work done to it to get it to look like the other properties, especially even like the curvature.
What are you looking for other than 1380? Like what? You're an investor, correct?
Yeah.
Like what are you looking for? Like what areas? Because I got a few.
Well, okay. Personally, I would like Gwinnett County. If you have anything over there, I'm not opposed to other parts of Atlanta, but.
You said Fulton County?
No, Gwinnett.
Gwinnett County? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have anything that's a full gut job, that's something that I'm definitely looking at doing. So do you have anything like that?
Yeah, range.
Let me hold on. Let me check. What range you normally deal in?
I mean, I've right now got like 6 or 7 listings. I mean, they're ranging from. I don't have anything under 200,000 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a realtor, bro, so I'm just going around every day trying to find, for sale by owner, so on and so forth. And one thing that I am doing, and I'll keep you posted on that because you are an investor. Starting my own page, I take videos of every home that I walk into.
Okay.
So just a walk through floors with a GoPro. I'm trying to get some investors on this. Offline. I do work with other investors like Open Door, so on and so forth. So
you walk the properties of which do you charge for that, or how does that work?
No, I don't charge for it. I mean, basically, it's me going out there trying to get an investor, something like yourself, to be interested in it. So I've been doing it for a while now. I just haven't trying to social media and things like that to do it, to be honest. But as we speak, I'm editing a video to post. Some of the properties I just went to recently this weekend. But what I do for you, the idea or the goal is to just post them on my Instagram, on my Facebook, or whatnot, like a 4 or 5 minute video, maybe a lapse, so you can see the whole home, and then have a price, and then just keep shooting them out just like that. That's the goal.
Okay, that sounds good. 'Cause yeah, normally I'll do 350 for me, but I do have people that I work with that will do more than that. So like I said, this one that you're looking at, or the one we talked about earlier, falls into that number. So I'm like, okay, I will be able to take this one down. But I do have some bigger fish that have bigger pockets than I do. So I'm like, if you have something that's kind of higher than 350 mark, I can run it by them, and then we can see what we can do on those.
Okay, yeah, man. Here's what I'll do. Donivan, I'll keep your contact. I won't bother you much. I'll let you know what's going on. I'll kind of shoot it to you if anybody. I'll shoot you my information once I get that page set up. Follow me, and then tell your friends, so on and so forth. Take it from there.
Yeah, that sounds good. So which one, do you have any full, I guess, not full gut, but anything that's close to that right now?
Man, I got one that I bumped into. I didn't sign a listing agreement with that one.
Yeah.
But it's a full gut, super bad. I probably can send you a photo or two I might have on my phone of the place, give you an idea of what maybe the original listing itself. They listed like a year ago. So you can take a look at it.
How come they didn't give you the listing agreement for it?
Why didn't give it to me?
Yeah, how come, yeah.
The person that bought the home, she basically was looking for a flip. So she bought the home for like $50,000, right? Didn't do anywhere to it. Alright. Called me to come check it out to see what investors I can get for her. I looked at it. She gave me a number that she wanted, which I thought was too high based on looking at the home, so I'm not accepting that. It's a waste of time for me to go on market.
Okay, I get that.
For something, she got the home for like 50, maybe 45, and did no work. And was expecting like 78. I mean, literally, garage didn't even have a door. Like it was just like a frame, like nothing. And I'm like, what room is this? And I'm like, there's no. The floors were like falling in. I mean, it's in a great neighborhood. And what you're telling me, but if you find somebody for me, give me a call. Right.
So right. That's what I'm saying. So if it does work, we could get that. We could knock that one down. So yeah. And do you do the agency? I don't know if you guys do that over here at your realtor. Because some agents do.
I don't do agents.
Okay. So yeah, something like that would have been something we could do on this one, but so yeah. So you would be her. So if you go back to her, would she sign an agreement with you, or how would that work?
I mean, I'm 100% sure she would. If I'm sourcing her a buyer, if not, she'd probably like give me a commission just for finding somebody for her. That's pretty much it. I don't,
Okay.
From my understanding, this is what she does. This is what she's about. She purchases priced homes in great neighborhoods that need a lot of work, and then she resell after 6 or 7 months. That's what she does.
And she only has one right now?
She might have multiple.
Okay, yeah, that sounds.
It was just that one that I was going to refer.
All right, so yeah, that's good. I'll text you my email. And what else did you say you needed? Email and.
Just your email. I'm gonna call her to see if it's still listed or if it's still available. But I'm also gonna send you the photos and everything whenever it happens. After that happens.
Okay, can you text me the address?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so I'll take a look at it. All right, thanks, Julio.
All right.
Hi, this is Shereen Sullivan from California. Sorry I can't take your call.
Hello?
Hey, Giovanni?
No, this is Rich Lasinski. I work with him.
Okay, great. I was calling about 27 East Stella. Is it still available?
Let me take a look. Let me take your name and number first. Sorry.
No problem. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Donivan. Donivan.
Okay.
Gray. Gray.
Okay. And what's your phone number? Okay. And do you have an email?
Yes, it's the last name.
Okay. Easy enough. Tell you what, let me have your number. Let me make a couple calls on that, and I will get right back to you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, Donivan.
Hey, this.
Hey, it's Rich Lisinski. Get back to you. Yeah, 2017. He's still available.
Okay, that's great. I saw that was listed kind of for an investor, but the price is really high. It's kind of comped out at what I saw the other properties at. So I was trying to see if there's room for that to negotiate.
Okay, Giovanni's actually the lister on that. Let me speak to him. I just pulled it up on the MLS.
Yeah.
And let me see what his seller, what kind of direction his head's in, and I will keep in touch with you.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Would there be? Would you want to see it?
I would like to see it, but I wouldn't want to waste my time if the seller isn't gonna kind of come down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of price range are you looking at?
For this one or in general?
Well, either actually. I mean, for this one specifically, since we know it's available.
Okay. Well, yeah. If the numbers work, I don't really have the budget. If the numbers work, it's pretty easy to take down. But yeah, for this one, I'm looking at something closer to 100 for it.
Okay. All right. I'll see. I mean, that seems. I don't want to speak for him, but
yeah, I understand.
I will. And are you perhaps interested in anything comparable in the area that comes in around that price?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what I can do in the meantime is I can set you up to get a daily email in that, for properties that are in that range.
Okay, that sounds great. On the email list, is it going to be properties that are for investors, or is it going to be more of like retail buyer properties?
Either or.
Okay.
Either or.
Okay, so I'll just look through it.
Okay, and are you looking specifically in the 19134 or?
No, I don't. No area. It doesn't.
Just anywhere in Philadelphia.
Right.
Okay. All right. So sounds good. I will touch base with Giovanni, and I'll get back to you later tonight. And in the meantime, I'll get that set up for you.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Hello.
Hi, it's Shireen. Is this Donivan?
Oh, hey, Shireen. Yes, it is. How you doing?
I'm good, Donivan. How are you doing?
Doing really well.
So you like that 1-1A that's coming soon?
Yeah, I really do.
I know. That's a great street it's on.
Yes. Has anybody else got any offers on it yet, or am I the first one?
Well, here's the problem. No, from my clients, not yet. But here's the problem. It's coming soon.
Okay.
And it's not going to be on the market until January 27th. So we got a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
It's highly unlikely that he'll take an offer before it's listed because he can lose his license for that. Once he gets it in coming soon status, he's not allowed to. He can take in offers, but he can't do anything with them until he's had a chance to put it live.
So he has to hold them until the date, and then he give it to the.
Live.
Okay.
Yeah. But let me give him a call because some agents are like, you know what? Yeah, I'll sell it. So let me give him a call and see what he says.
Okay, that sounds great.
And I'll call you back, Don. And it's all cash, no contingencies, right? Without seeing it.
I would like to see it because there's no pictures. I just want to get a look on the inside. I don't know if it's on lockbox or not.
I'm going to get somebody who lives there because it says 24 hours notice.
Oh, somebody live? Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay.
Oh, no, it says 8 hours notice. Yeah, so that means somebody lives there.
Okay.
It says needs renovation and property has a lot of potential. Sold as is, no electricity in the house. So why is it 8 hours?
Right. That's what I thought it was a vacant house.
That's weird. It's got to be vacant if there's no electricity because he's got it on 8 hours notice unless he has to be there. But let me call him right now and I'll call you right back.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. He said that they have some items in it. It is not tenant occupied, but the reason that we can't show it yet is because he's got a bunch of stuff in it. So I said to him, as soon as you can get me in, can you please call me? I have a cash offer full price. And he's like, oh, that's great. Okay, text me. And as soon as I can get you in, I'll text you. But do me a favor, watch for it every day. Because as soon as it becomes active, that's going to go very quick.
Yeah, no. So okay, so I'll keep in touch with you, and then the day it's active, I'll just send you a text. 'Cause I didn't see the agent's name on the in the email.
Yeah, don't worry about the agent. I'm your agent.
Okay.
I'll get you in right away. As soon as you see it's active, I'll get you in right away.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Gotcha.
Are you an investor, Donovan? Do you flip?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna flip this. You're not gonna tear it down and rebuild new.
No.
Okay. Good. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Shireen.
That's good for you. You're welcome. It's Shireen.
Shireen, yeah. I always get it wrong. Shireen.
It's okay.
Okay, got you.
Just Shireen, no A.
Shireen. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much.
All right. Talk to you later.
Take care. All right. Bye-bye.
I said Shireen.
Spoil that relationship.
I said, and then you know what's crazy? Because you know what's crazy? I was saying it, as I was saying it, I was like, it's not Sharon. I'm like, it's Shireen. But I think I said the Y part wrong. I think I said Sharon.
Hey, Donivan, how you doing? Rich Licensi again from Cowboys.
Hey.
Hey, I followed up on that Stella Street, and they had a semi-serious offer of 170, and they seemed the listing agent seems to think 160, 170 is the lowest they'll consider. So if you don't think that property's worth that, you might, just like you said, you might be wasting your time.
Yeah,
so,
that's what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm just curious how they came to 160 in that area.
well, see, now I'm actually very familiar with that area. I don't know how familiar you are with Philadelphia, but that's one of the sections that's becoming gentrified. So you have people who have houses that they bought for 70, 80, 90,000, and it's real close to public transportation, and they're building huge townhomes that are coming up Frankfurt Avenue there, and it's just driving values.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see a lot of new construction a couple of blocks away from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's right off of Frankfurt Avenue. Maybe it's like 4 blocks north of Lehigh Avenue, and right at Frankfurt and Lehigh, they're building like $400,000 townhomes. So that's what's driving the value. People are thinking that it's going to creep up, and it likely will. I can't say with any certainty when, but
Right.
the area south of Lehigh Avenue, that was the last area to be developed, and there's $600,000 houses down there. I mean, I don't think that they're worth it, but people do, and they're running out of land down there, so they're moving north. So that's what I think is driving the value in the owner's mind. So.
Yeah, because like I said, a lot of the stuff I saw over there that were good were new construction. So this one would need a complete overhaul of the whole entire house. So I thought at 199 is high.
Yeah, it's a little steep if you're looking to put money into it. If you're going to put 40, 50 into it, well, then you're not going to realize the value in it. But I did set you up on a search for properties in the $100,000 to $110,000 range, within a 2-mile radius of that particular property or that zip code. So it should be you should be getting an email soon if you haven't already gotten it. And just to clarify, your last name is Gray, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you should be getting it soon, and I think there's roughly 50 properties that are in that ballpark. If there's any that spark your interest, by all means, give me a call.
Yeah, I was looking over the property. Is it possible you can increase it from where it is now to 350, and
Sure.
keep the ones that are there too, and also up to 350?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll when I get back to the office, I'll actually update that. So you're looking 100 up to 350.
Right.
Okay, fair enough. All right, sounds good. And if you need anything else, by all means, give me a call.
Okay. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
man.
Talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Please leave your message for 26. Reach the voicemail box of 267.
Thanks for calling the Will Mac team with Solid Source Realty. Please leave a message, and if it is urgent, send us a text for a quicker response.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. This is Janice.
Hey Janice, how you doing? This is Donivan.
Donovan?
Yeah, I'm calling about one of your listings.
Okay.
It's 5937 Irving Street.
Okay.
Yeah, what could you tell me about it? Because I was looking at it for, I was going to look at it for a flip originally, but I don't really think there's enough room on it for that. So I'm kind of looking at it as a rental right now.
Okay. So it's a vacant property.
Mm-hmm.
It was always a rental, and it's being sold. The seller is in Israel. He had a management company that wasn't working properly for him, and he just wants out. So it's being sold completely as is. We're looking for cash. Maybe we'll do a conventional, but there's not any repairs or anything that would be done if there's any necessary. Are you an agent or are you just an investor?
Just an investor.
Oh, okay. So it's listed as is, and that the buyer is responsible for U&O and yada yada. Mm-hmm. There isn't anything due on it, but that's how we have it categorized.
Okay. What was it getting for rent before he decided to back out of it or stop doing it?
I don't know. I don't think the management company never seen any details, but that area, the rents right there, usually are about $1,100 to $1,300, depending on the condition and your plans. So I would say an average is 11.
Yeah, that's what I saw for it too. Cause I'm thinking 1,100 would be good if you got it cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah. I have quite a few over there. There's only some left. I had 23. There's only a few left. That one's vacant. There's another one on 61st and Walnut that's vacant. One on Ludlow.
Mm-hmm.
Vacant Ludlow. And there's one with tenants already on Warrington.
Okay. Do you have a list that you have that I could look at for those, the other ones?
I can text you, since you're not an agent and you're not seeing right, I can text you the addresses and you can kind of Google them if you want.
Okay. Yeah, that would
like
work.
on Zillow or whatever, you'll see the pictures that I posted.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest way. But what do you usually do when you're trying to purchase the flip or hold or whatever? You have an agent?
No, I don't.
So what do you usually do? How do you search?
I usually, depends. I have one of my partners might bring it to me, or I might look it up myself to see kind of what I find in the area. I'm actually in New York, so I have my partners will be in Pennsylvania, and they'll find something, they'll send it to me.
So you're just kind of winging it. You're not really, like, if you had an agent, for instance, like myself, I would send you specifics based on your criteria. Mm-hmm. So that you don't, like this one has been on, these have been on the market for a while because I didn't have access to them. We just got all the locks changed and we're able to show now. It's been about 2.5 weeks maybe.
Yeah.
So they would have been gone before you got to see them the way you seem to be doing it. So just something to consider.
Why do you think they weren't gone yet?
Huh?
Why do you think they weren't gone yet?
Well, I didn't have access.
Oh, okay.
I just changed the locks about 2.5 weeks ago.
Got you.
So even though they were listed, they weren't being shown.
Okay. Yeah, I tend to not usually work with agents only because some agents they're not really good at their job, so it's kind of disservice to me to work with agents that don't really know what they're doing. So that's my only thing. So, yeah.
I get it. I've been doing this for 23 years, and I work mainly with investors, mostly in Israel and New York. But you have to do what makes you most comfortable. If when we hang up, I'll send you a picture of some of the ones that are in my computer, and then, like I said, you can try Zillow or whatever you like to use, and find the. I recommend Realtor.com.
Yeah.
Instead of Zillow or something.
Yeah, that's kind of my preferred. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you'll see my pictures and all that and more info to add to your research.
Okay. Do you do any investing yourself?
I do.
Okay. I'm curious. What do you think this would need to kind of get it fixed up? Because I don't really think it needs that much, but I do see like some of the walls might need a little work in the place. Maybe the bathroom cleaned up a little bit.
Honestly, I've never been in any of these properties.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even visited them because usually they go so fast I don't bother. But from the pictures, from what I remember that my team took, for a rental, you don't need. I mean, the area doesn't really warrant, in my opinion, the full rehabs that I do on other properties, because these houses are kind of big in comparison, and people that you get for the area, that doesn't change too much. So you're, not that there's a ceiling or a cap, but you're, it's steady. So if you just have a decent kitchen and a decent bath, that's probably most important. I know that washers and dryers would always help. Some people have their own, but that makes it better. And a management company, if it's not yourself, who's really going to help take care of the tenants too. Because the problems that we had with these were the management companies they just used a portal. They could never talk to anybody. They couldn't get repairs done. They couldn't get any issues organized. And then these sellers that are in Israel, there was about 26 of them that I sold. They just had enough and backed out. And it's a shame because the Philadelphia market isn't easy. And they don't even get it because they weren't handled properly. They were taken advantage of.
Wow.
So for $1,100 a month, you don't really need to do too much. I think that they're all hardwood floors. One of them I noticed was like, I think I saw the vanity sink broken, cracked or something. I don't know if that was Irving or Walnut. But I'll send you the addresses and then you can look better. And if you have more specific questions, let me know and then I'll look up the pictures that I have too. But I'm being completely honest. I had 31 altogether, and I can't even think what Irving looks like anymore. and I was not in any of them.
Wow.
I send the team to take the pictures and stuff, and then I list, and they list them. So I just negotiate and do all that part. I really, I know that the one on Warrington that has the tenant in it is very well taken care of. I just had part of the sewer line replaced. I know that the one, no I don't. I was going to say Walnut, Ludlow, and Irving. Those are the three that are vacant. But I don't know the difference between the three of them. So I'll send you the addresses and you can look them up. If you want to text me your email address, I'll send you directly from Bright the ones that I posted, so you'll see it that way instead of maybe older stuff.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Because the one I'm looking at right now, it does need a little bit of wear and tear, or fixing up, or whatever you want to call it. It's not.
One of them I remember seeing had like a refrigerator and like 2 cabinets. I don't know if that was Irving or Walnut, but
refrigerator.
that one was the one that looked the least attractive. But you didn't need much for it.
Yeah, that's Irving. That one, there's definitely a fridge here that's not attached. That's not next to the stove and like the 2 cabinets. Yeah, that's where it needs a little bit of work.
It was kind of like just on one wall, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Home Depot here on Lowe's is what we use for cabinets and stuff, easily for stuff like that, and it's not expensive, and it's not, they even have the counters that are already done, the granite counters that are done, and it's a cheap fix. I don't know what your typical models look like, but if you were in South Philly, for instance, I would have a whole different conversation about what it should look like. These right there for $1,100, like I said, it doesn't have to be crazy. I have my own are in South Philly, like I was mentioning. I have little 2-bedroom houses, very different than that, very tiny. Because we have
tinier than this one? This one is 900 square feet. Yeah, but smaller than that one?
These are tiny, yeah. The ones I have in South Philly are tinier, and I'm getting I'm getting $1,450, $1,600 for them for 2 bedrooms.
Wow.
So, but I have them with granite counters and what do you call it? Stainless steel appliances, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this market where you're talking about is University City and West Philly, and that's different. Oh God, I'm sorry. I have 3 pit bulls, and the baby was just.
Oh no, I love dogs. What kind of pit bulls are they?
They're all blue.
Okay.
And my dog, she's like 6 now. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, came home during the beginning of COVID with another pup.
From where?
Somebody just was not, I feel like they just bred her. and that's my difficult. She's like my little crack baby or something. She's a mess. Then Christmas time, she walks in with a smaller pup. One of our tenants was going down south for the holidays, so she took her part of my house, and lo and behold, now she's ours. She's precious though. She's adorable. But the middle one, God, I'm out of breath. Look, she's killing me. This is like having kids all over again or something.
Are the other two fully grown?
No. Justice is fully grown. Luna, the one that's the crackhead, is only like 6 months old now. Like, let me see, June, maybe 8 months. But the baby is only like 2 months old. So no, there's 3 different sizes,
okay.
And they're. But my dog Justice, she just is like, Mom, what the fuck? What is going on? Why is this dog running all over the house? What's with the zoomies all day long? And I'm like, I think she was born addicted. I don't know. I really think that you just bred her or whatever. Because I can't like calm her or anything. Like she's sweet. None of them are vicious or anything. They all think they're Yorkies because they're lap dogs to me. So my pig doesn't know she's a pig. But the middle one is just exhausting me. And the cutest thing is that she just wants to cuddle all the time and be affectionate. But her paws, she's like so heavy, like heavier than my full grown because she's so like puppy clumsy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They don't know their own body yet.
I look like I'm abused. I had black and blue marks all over my chest. They're cute though. I mean, I wouldn't want to be without them, but this one.
Yeah, I love dogs. I used to have a golden retriever a while back, and then I want to get a husky now. That's what I'm looking at.
I have a lot of friends that have huskies. They are really adorable.
Yeah, I love huskies. So that's what I'm kind of going to get next.
So you live, what part of the city do you live in New York? Where are you?
I'm in Queens.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you have all the stuff down here now?
No, not now. I'm doing flips in Jersey, and I have a rental in Harlem that I'm doing now. So it's like a brownstone. I'm partnering with one of my friends. I forgot the actual address and the location. I have to ask him.
North Jersey, though? You're talking about North Jersey?
Yeah, it's closer to. It's a little bit off from Camden.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's right over the bridge from me. I live in South Philly, so when we go over the bridge, it's the first town, so it's closer to me than some Philly locations.
Okay.
So, but depending on the neighborhoods, you got to be careful. They're not the best.
In Philly or in Jersey?
Camden.
Oh yeah, I know.
Camden itself is the worst, but
yeah.
There's some areas around that,
Yeah, we were driving through there a couple of months ago, just trying to see if there's anything that's even worth looking at as a rental. And you're right, exactly. Exactly.
You're in Queens. You need to call me before you come down this way for anything.
Yeah.
Don't just text me and be like, "Yo, my partner thinks this. What do you think?" And I'll be like, "Listen, don't pay for the tunnel. Don't bother."
Yeah, because what we saw over there, it was really bad. And I honestly, and even the rents weren't even good enough for how bad the areas were. Sometimes you might get where it's a bad area, the rents are kind of decent. It was just both were just low.
The entire area, unfortunately, has been depressed forever. It's never been good enough to decline or anything. It's never been good. It's getting better, actually, but not to the point where I personally wouldn't invest. I stick to the area that you're talking about in West Philly and South Philly where I live, and I'm pretty, and then down the shore a little bit, but I'm pretty specific to those two neighborhoods.
Okay.
The area that you're talking about, the ones that I have, I love. Those homes sometimes are so much bigger than where I grew up at, not far from there, and it's not just up and coming. There's already lots of activity because South Philly, where I live, has already been oversaturated. So now it's West Philly. So if you get a decent deal now, even if it needs a little bit of work, it's going to be a good investment in my opinion. So The other areas here that people are working on a lot is like Port Richmond and Kensington. I don't really appreciate them as much. There's some good money to be made. I just I'm personally not investing over there yet. Or
is there a reason why?
I never liked it. I grew up here. I grew up in South Philly. I never liked that area. And even though now we're getting like $400,000 for stuff, it's still surrounded by the ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know when an area is up and coming, well, they made a lot of it up and coming, but like next door is still, you know, all the crackheads in the street and shit. And I'm just not. I've never liked it over there. But that's just my own preference. I mean, I've sold plenty for my clients, and they're all making money, but I just personally haven't switched over.
Yeah, definitely been looking in the Kensington area because that is, like you said, it's up and coming. But when I do look around the corner or even 4 houses down, it's like, how do you sell this right 3 down from that?
So, like, for instance, I have a property management company as well, and so I don't like to be too far out of my regular zones because I can't care for them as well as if I have my guys doing stuff all day, all week, and I need you to go over there to do something, that waits until other stuff is done because then you got to drive to the other neighborhood, and you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I ever pay as much attention to the ones that are not in my all clumped together. Yeah. So to go to Kensington and to switch to Port Richmond and stuff like that, it's only 2 minutes. It's not for everything around here is only like 5 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, no big deal. No big highways, nothing like that. But it's still outside of the typical scope. So, like I would say, I'll go to Kensington on Thursday instead. And that changes to Friday or whatever. You know what I mean? So because I do that, I just stay away from it.
Okay.
But why don't you text me your email address, and then I will send you the links for the ones that I'm talking about that I have. And if there's anything specific or price range or area that you want, let me know. I can do a search. I can put you on an automatic search where you just get them every day or a couple times a week.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
We can base it on the neighborhood. We can base it on the price. Anything new that pops up, you'll get it first.
Okay. And this one on Irving Street, because the numbers I was getting for it, I would have to be at like 103 for that. And right now, it's at 130.
I have it at 130. Yeah, my sellers are not really willing to reduce too much because I've already reduced. So, for that one in particular, I'd have to look and see what other offers we had or might have declined. But I don't know if I have any for that. I can't think off the top of my head what I had for that. It was the Walnut Street that I was getting a lot of activity on immediately.
Yeah, can you check that for me? Because like I said, that's something that if we can get it down there, then I can definitely put a little bit of into it, just maybe clean it up, and then put it back to that 1100. I didn't hear you.
Are you talking about cash?
Yes.
All right, I'll text them. They're in Israel, so time difference. I won't know until tomorrow, but
okay.
I can just ask at 103 how they feel.
Okay, yes, let me know, and then I'll text you my email, and then...
The other thing that's good is they really want it to be done by the end of the year for tax purposes or whatever, and now I didn't, so they might choose to just be done and walk away. So let me reach out and see. I might get an answer that I was surprised about. Oh,
that would be great. That would be great.
So, what did you say your name was again?
Donivan.
Donivan.
Yes.
So just text me your email address when we hang up. It was great talking to you. I hope I did help to some extent. And reach out whenever you want.
That sounds great, Janice. I appreciate that. I'm going to text you my email as soon as we get off the phone.
All right. Thanks, Donovan.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Top tier, top floor, top shotter, you are not top 5. To be completely 100, these people can't keep me from coming, I'm moving now. What you doing tomorrow? If you wanna do it, I say you get to it now. I see the view from the top of the podium, out of your sodium wingspan. I am the they itching to see when you sitting with me, you a wingman.